success stories for the citizens of African countries.
In the heart of West Africa, a new storm is brewing. Burkina Faso, a nation rich in gold, finds itself at the center of a geopolitical firestorm.
Africa is a mineral-rich, resource-rich continent. Is that correct?
The United States, through AFRICOM Commander General Michael Langley, has accused Burkina Faso's young leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, of using the country's gold reserves to protect himself, not its people. Some even claim the US wants to arrest him. But why is the West suddenly so concerned about Burkina Faso's gold? And whose gold is it anyway? We're diving deep into this controversy, exposing the hidden agendas, and asking, is this about protecting a nation or controlling its resources? To understand this story, we first need to know the man at its center, Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
La justice à tous les habitants du Burkina Faso.
At just 37 years old, Traoré is the world's youngest head of state. A geology graduate turned soldier, he rose to power in September 2022 after a military coup. Ousted Lieutenant Colonel Paul Henry Namiba Traoré, then a relatively unknown captain, promised to restore security, fight corruption, and reclaim Burkina Faso's sovereignty. Inspired by the legacy of Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary icon, often called Africa's Che Guevara, Traoré has positioned himself as a champion of the people. But his bold moves, like nationalizing parts of the mining sector and forging ties with Russia, have made him a target. His supporters see him as a hero fighting neocolonialism. His critics, including some in the West, call him a dictator clinging to power. So what is the truth? Burkina Faso is one of Africa's top gold producers, with the precious metal accounting to nearly 80% of its export revenue. In October 2024, Traoré announced plans to revoke mining permits from some foreign companies, aiming to produce more gold domestically and fund public services like healthcare and education. This move alarmed Western powers, who have long benefited from Africa's resources through multinational corporations. Enter General Michael Langley, head of US Africa Command or AFRICOM. In a stunning statement before the US Senate on April 3, 2025, Langley accused Traoré of using gold revenues alongside Chinese funds to protect his regime rather than serve the Burkinabe people. The implication: Traoré is a corrupt leader hoarding wealth for personal gain.
What sort of corruption and bribery go on with regard to the Belt and Road?
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traoré and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime. There's a number of examples across.
But here is where things get murky. Langley provided no concrete evidence, and Burkina Faso's government has vehemently denied these claims. Traoré's defenders argue that his push to control Burkina Faso's gold is about sovereignty, not self-interest. For decades, foreign companies, many from Western nations, have extracted Africa's resources, leaving local populations with little to show for it. By redirecting gold profits to public services, Traoré is challenging a system that has enriched the global north at Africa's expense. So why is AFRICOM so concerned? AFRICOM, established in 2007, is the U.S. military's command for Africa, tasked with countering terrorism and promoting stability. But critics argue it is also a tool for securing U.S. economic interests like access to oil, minerals, and gold. General Langley's accusations come at a time when the U.S. is losing influence in the Sahel. Burkina Faso, along with Mali and Niger, has expelled Western troops and turned to Russia for security partnerships. This shift has rattled Washington, but is there evidence of U.S. plot to arrest Traoré? Despite viral claims on social media, no credible reports confirm this. What we know is that Langley's statements fuel a narrative that could justify intervention, whether diplomatic, economic, or otherwise. Let's talk hypocrisy. The West has long preached good governance while turning a blind eye to regimes that align with its interests. Meanwhile, leaders like Traoré, who prioritize national control over resources, are painted as threats. If the US truly cared about Burkina Faso's people, why hasn't it addressed the systematic exploitation by foreign mining companies? Whose gold is it anyway? The answer seems clear. It belongs to Burkinabe. This is not just about Burkina Faso, it is about a broader struggle for African sovereignty. Traoré has spearheaded the alliance of Sahel states with Mali and Niger, a bloc that has rejected the Western-backed ECOWAS and embraced the partnerships with Russia and China. This realignment threatens the West's grip on the region's resources and strategic influence. But it is not all rosy. Burkina Faso faces a brutal insurgency with nearly half of the country controlled by jihadist groups. Traoré's critics argue his focus on geopolitical distracts from security failures, and his 5-year extension of military rule has sparked accusations of power grabbing. Still, his supporters see him as a visionary fighting for a new Africa, one free from foreign domination. This story is far from over, and it raises a bigger question. Who gets to decide Africa's future? We want to hear from you. Should Burkina Faso have full control over its resources? Is the West concern genuine, or is it about maintaining influence? Newsroom, Maisha TV, Reader carrying Chibet.